Yes, very good morning to all and all. Today, March 8th, we have International Women's Day. In order to visit over Women's Day, today is we'll discuss about the things which is related to Women's Day, and tomorrow we'll continue the sessions with the industrial robotics. And for that, I request some people to join with us. I have already given some information to talk about the Women's Day. Before that, it is audible. It is audible.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Yes, yes. Okay, someone please disseminate the content. Why we are celebrating Women's Day, and with whom remembrance, or who based on which. What was the need to celebrate the Independence Day, and why we are celebrating the Women's Day during March 8th? Anyone has any idea? If no one, I'll disseminate the content.
Is it significant to any big personality or what?
Yes,
Sir, in Russia there was some kind of movement or strike by women,
yes, Arun Bala.
and that was the reason why it was celebrated on 8th March.
Yes. Of course. Very good. In the last time we have many active participation, but this time that active participation is missing. Archit Naik and there are many participation I have observed in the past subject. Nishant, Nirmal, Rahul, yes, Rahul. These are the people they have given active participation during last semester, along with Bhavya, Sabarni and all. But I think this time your participation is very negligible. Anyway, I think today Sabarni will disseminate the content. Okay, once Rahul, what happened? Yes, Rahul. Nirmal, Nishant Saravanan.
Yes, I don't have an idea about Women's Day.
Yes, Nishant. Okay, Rahul. Are you attending, Rahul? Okay. In France, we have one place called Russian. During 1850s, there is a king named called Louis Black, who first introduced, who given the right for making the vote in elections. That was happened in 1848 March 8, and that was one peculiar incident for celebrating the Women's Day during March 8th. And what happened in during late 1800s, in 1882, Guinea factory in Germany, we have one guinea factory. There are a few females, and they protest in order to get the equal wages when compared with the males. And it was not concluded with the minimum period. It was extended even for 25 years. And what happened, even after 25 years, 75 people were died during a fire accident. That was not a fire accident. That was a fire incident happened based on some issues, and 75 female died in that issue. And in continuation with that, there was an international conference happened in 1910, which is conducted by Social Democratic Party Germany, which is headed by Clara Zetkin, who is a leader of Russia. And he was protested in order to get the equal rights That was the issue. And in that conference, they made it a separate day for women. That was initially, that was in February 23. One article saying February 23, on the other article it is saying February 28, and it was celebrated during either 23 or 28. Later it was shifted to March 8th, and that was the nice content related to Women's Day celebration. And there are 4 different years we need to remember in order to have a visit over the Women's Day. One is 1983. During in New Zealand, they were given in 1983. New Zealand given New Zealand government given the right for women to take part in the elections, and that was the first nice thing. And during 45 in San Francisco, there is a confederation which reveals about the equality for the female. In 1975, the UN announced that is a year for women. And what happened in 2016? And in our Tamil Nadu, they were given 50% in the local body elections. And this is what the 4 years in women in connection with the Women's Day celebration. I am recollecting the 4 years. One is 1893, New Zealand given the right for voting, and 1945 San Francisco, that is in confederation for giving the equality for the female. And during 1975, there is in the UN announced a year for women. And in TN Tamil Nadu 2016, 50% seats allotted for female in local body election, and that was the content related to Women's Day celebration. What we have to remember, in India we have many people to remember, like Muthulakshmi Reddy and Jijabai. There are a number of peoples we can remember, but I request you to remember a few peoples. Anyone from Maharashtra, you can please remember about Jijabai. Who is Jijabai? Anyone from Maharashtra? Anyone from Maharashtra?
Archit.
Achit, good. Who is Jijabai? Jijabai has an important place in history.
Sir, mother of Shivaji Maharaj.
Very good, very good. Yes, of course, of course. Why? What impact she made with Shivaji? One or two, Achit?
Sir, Shivaji Maharaj was the founder of Maratha Empire.
Okay. Then okay, that's, I think that's all. In some other occasion you talk about Shivaji and Jijabai in a detailed way, Achit. Okay, I request Sabarani to take the session. Sabarani?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sabarani, you are going to talk about?
Sir, Kalpana Chawla.
And your friends?
Yes, sir. Jyotsana and Rakshika will speak.
Very good, very good. Okay, the session is over. To you, Sabarani.
Yes, sir. So, Kalpana Chawla was born in 17 March 1962. She was an American astronaut and engineer and the first woman from Indian origin to go to space. She first flew the Space Shuttle Columbia in 1997 as a mission specialist and primary robotic arm operator. Then, like, the major boost was in 2003 when Kalpana Chawla, with one of her 7 crew members, who died in the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster when the spacecraft disintegrated during its re-entry to the Earth's atmosphere. This was a very saddening moment for the entire world, and not only India, and everyone remembered her. And Kalpana Chawla was posthumously given the award of Congressional Space Medal of Honor, and several streets, universities, and institutions have been named after her in her honor, and she's regarded as a national hero in India as well. So she died on 1st February 2003, and her, like, as far as India is concerned, her origin is from Karnal in East Punjab, and she studied from Punjab Engineering College and then went to University of Texas, and further did her PhD in University of Colorado in Boulder, and she's been the gold medalist over there as well. She was even selected for the NASA group in 1994, and her missions were STS 87 and STS 107. And she spent, like, in a total, she spent 31 days in space. So, yes.
Is very good, very good. It is unfortunate that it happened.
Yes, sir. Very unfortunate.
Yes. Josthana, yes, Josthana and Rakshika.
Yes, sir. So today I want to speak about Christiana Coach. Christiana Hammock Coach she's actually an American engineer astronaut, and she is actually a NASA astronaut of expeditions 50, 59 and 61. So what is special about her in the sense, she has done the longest single woman spacewalk, and she has recorded the highest number of days in space for around 388 days, and so she also inquired about she and sorry, Marina was the women, no, all women space crew astronauts who went for a space expedition for spacewalk, and they did power control in the for the loss of power control in ISS. Uh, so yeah, she bet Peggy Watson for from 321 days to 328 days in space. So this is about Christiana. So,
Yes, yes, Josthana. Very good, Josthana.
thank you.
Rakshika.
Good morning, sir. I'm going to talk about Rosa Parks. And she's an American activist in the civil rights movement, and she played a major role in the Montgomery bus boycott. She was working as a seamstress in Montgomery, and at that time there was a rule that people had to be segregated while boarding the bus. There was a sign that said colored people, and the black people had to enter from the rear end of the bus, and the front end was reserved only for the whites. Like, for paying, everyone had to enter through the front. They had to pay, and these people, the colored people, had to get down again and then go up through the rear end of the bus. And one day she boarded the bus and she paid the fee through the front end, and she went to sit. But then the driver asked her to again go down and come up through the back end, even though the bus was free. And when she got down, the driver, he just drove away without her boarding the bus at all, even though she had paid. And some few years later, the same driver, his name was James Blake, he was driving the bus, and she got in, she paid, and she sat. And this colored sign, it was a movable sign. Even like at that time, 75% of the riders were colored people. But even though when the whites got in, the black people had to give up their seats for them. And the movable sign, first it would be in the middle 50-50, and if more people got in, the sign would be placed on the next seat, so that the segregation would be visible. And so people got in, and the driver asked for black people to give up their seats for the whites, and none of them got up. And the driver then he came up, he stood up and then came to them and asked them to give up their seats. And the three people got up, but Rosa Parks, she didn't stand. Some people say that she was tired and that's why she didn't give up her seat. But she says in her biography, My Story, I quote, "People always say that I didn't give up my seat because I was tired. But that isn't true. I was not tired physically, or no more tired than I usually was at the end of a working day. I was not old, although some people have an image of me as being old then. I was 42. No, only tired I was tired of giving in." She says that when the driver asked her to give up, she felt a determination filling her nerves. And she said, "No, I won't get up." And eventually he threatened her that he would call the cops, and she was like, she accepted it. She said, "Go ahead and call the cops," and he called the cops and she was arrested. And this arrest, even though many people before her had protested for giving up seats and were arrested, but her arrest was important because the community came together and everyone asked black people to boycott the buses. They organized carpools, and the black taxi drivers charge only 10 cents for the black people so that they can boycott the buses. And like there was a successful boycotts, and eventually after the few court case proceeded, the segregation was banned and everyone was given equal rights and equal seating. And in her biography, she says, "I did not want to be mistreated. I did not want to be deprived of a seat that I had paid for. It was just time. There was an opportunity for me to take a stand to express the way I felt about being treated in that manner. I had not planned to get arrested. I had plenty to do without having to end up in jail. But when I had to face that decision, I didn't hesitate to do so because I felt that we had endured that too long. The more we gave in, the more we complied with that kind of treatment, the more oppressive it became." She's become an inspiration for the others to stand up for their rights and believe. She's known as the first lady of civil rights and the mother of freedom movement. Her courage played a major role in the civil rights movement and the eventual stand that everyone was granted equality. That's all.
Yes, very good, Rakshika. Very good. If you are in the class, you will definitely, I'll say, you will definitely will get a very great applause. That within a very short span, you prepared much, and it was very good and nice talking with these Sabarani, Josana, and Rakshika. Very good. My appreciations and my wishes to every girls which is in our class. And in this particular year, there is a quote related to this Women's Day celebration, that is choose to change. The quote is choose to change, choose to challenge. It indicates that a challenged world is an alert world, and from challenge comes change. That was the quote. Choose to challenge. It indicates that a challenged world is an alert world, and from challenge comes change. And once again, my wishes. And any other one are willing to talk about this Women's Day? And we need to remember Nancy, who is the mother of Lincoln. Lincoln always Lincoln, who is the president of America, who given equal rights for the people who is in America. Lincoln always remembers his mother Nancy, and one peculiar mother called Celia. Celia, who is the mother of Che Guevara. They are all has to be remembered during this peculiar day. And anyone? Anyone? Bhavya?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Yes, Kamal.
Sir. Yes, sir. Can I talk about Jijamata? So I'm from
Yes.
Maharashtra.
Very good. Yes, of course.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So Rajmata Jijau, she was the mother of Shivaji Maharaj, the Maratha king, and she was the feminist who believed in doing the right things no matter what the circumstances is. So basically, she is definitely today's a feminist woman. She raised Shivaji Maharaj in such a in such a era where women were treated as an inferior and being molested openly by enemies. And even Shivaji grew up into a man, a king who treated every woman with immense respect. And he always kept safety of women as his first priority. Even Jijabai supported gender equality. If I guess if all mothers of today world can get this attitude in their children, I am sure that the incident of molestations, rapes, and violence against women can be avoided. She has a lot of qualities like her independent nature, leadership skills, strong instinct to stand up against all the evil things happening around her, and she has a passion. Most important thing, passion for her dream and decision making ability and clarity of thoughts. So I guess today's movement should gain a lot from Jijabai. Yes, sir. That's it from my side.
Yes, even Shivaji born in forest area,
Yes,
which is
sir.
peculiar and very hard to live with forest. Even he had a child with forest, and
Yes.
the brought up of Shivaji is in very peculiar way, and the faith and the courage which Shivaji has is full of the inputs of Jijabai. Is
Yes.
very good, Komal Kandal. Very good, and
Thank you.
that's all. Yes, thank you. If you don't have any other content, we'll wind up today's session. We'll meet tomorrow 11:30. Thank you. Anyone has any content? Anyone want to share anything? I think no one has any other content. Yes. Okay. We'll meet tomorrow 11:30. Thank you. Undo.
Thank you, sir.